A suspect is in custody after almost making it off campus with 3 laptops belonging to USC students. Students called for DPS when they saw a suspected computer thief walking around the Tudor Campus Center. Good evening, I'm Priscilla Casper.
And I'm Daniel Tran. A student happened to see the man running from officers and decided to take action. DPS took one person into custody after a brief chase on campus. DPS says the suspect stole 3 laptops from the undergraduate student government office and Levy Library. The department's cameras allowed officers to locate the person. When they arrived, the suspect took off. The chase ended when a student tackled the suspect. Other officers responded and took the man into custody. He complained of asthma and was treated on the scene. Although the man was not affiliated with the university, DPS says he was on their radar.
It was someone unknown to USC, but actually someone that we had been looking for before. And we're hoping, that's why we're kind of hoping that we can tie up a lot of things with regard to this individual.
The case is now being handled by the Los Angeles Police Department's Southwest Division. With more on what happened, let's toss it over to Whitney Ashton and the student who helped stop the suspected thief.
Thanks, Daniel. Here with me now is Yuri Rahimi. Thanks for joining us today, Yuri. So take me back to earlier today. What was running through your mind when you saw this man fleeing from DPS officers?
Well, Whitney, my friend Jacob and I were walking back from lunch, and we're on Truesdale, and we see a guy, a rather plump fellow, running pretty fast, and then shortly behind him is a DPS officer who seems to be running out of gas. So I checked the tank, knew I had maybe like 100, 150 yards in me, and I gave it a shot. And next thing you know, I see him turn the corner, almost about to get off the campus, and I jump on him, and within, he's on the floor, and within a few minutes or a few seconds, DPS apprehends him.
So we know that the suspect complained of an asthma attack shortly after the pursuit. Did you have any injuries? Because you said he was a little bit bigger than you were.
Well, I mean, bigger from the standpoint that he's like fat. So no, I don't have any injuries. I think it's funny that somebody with his physique would actually try to outrun anybody.
So what prompted you to begin the chase? That was obviously a split-second decision, and you decided to go for it. What were you thinking when you did that?
Well, I mean, I would imagine that DPS like a good reason to chase after him. I think they're doing it for fun, so I would imagine that he did something wrong. So I just tried to do what I can.
And a lot of people on campus today have been referring to you as a hero. What do you say to that?
That's funny. I don't think it was particularly heroic, but I appreciate that.
All right, well, thank you for joining us tonight, Yuri. We appreciate you taking the time to talk with us, and we'll toss it back to you, Priscilla.